Hello again, and welcome back to this channel, Frauditor Schmoditor. The star of this video is the Puerto Rican Frauditor at it again, but this time in Alaska of all places. And why not? Frauditing seems to pay pretty well as he can afford to go all over. Only thing he needs to remember is, the more people you meet, the higher the possibility of meeting someone so unhinged that, well, I'm sure you get the idea. Anyway, enjoy the video. And please like, share, and subscribe.
See how it goes over here at the clerk's office. Let's do a public records request.
I could have done this from Anchorage if they were gonna make me do this shit.
So what's happening with that? Is it with you?
No. It's not okay.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Why are you recording in a government building? Like, we don't give you permission for that.
We have the right to.
Not to me.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sir, are you filming?
Yeah.
Yes, we have the right to.
No, I'm sorry, you don't. I will give you all your documentation. You can either stop filming and we will help you, or I'll give you.
What documentation?
Hold on.
All right.
No.
Does the First Amendment not apply here in the courthouse where they speak about our rights?
I know, and I could have filled this. I could have filled this out in Anchorage, but usually they prefer us to not take up all your time if we can just do it.
100% understand. It has been kind of crazy the past couple of days.
And that's why I didn't want to make you look. I knew it would be volumes, and I was like, I don't need all that stuff, so if I can just go copy it, and I will copy it here, but
You should
I-
do this up. Like, call us ahead of time. I had it like that. Can we do that? Exactly.
well, normally I can send this, but when it's multiple volumes, sometimes they'll say like it's gonna take a week or more. And since court is coming up, that's why I was like, well, it'd be probably easier for me to just do it because they're not gonna wait a week, you know? And so when you guys get backed up on these usually, so.
This is the court policy.
Cause I had
If
one
you're
in
not in
Anchorage that's
compliance
3
with it,
volumes like this, and they
we
were
do
like,
ask that you
this is
stop
gonna
now.
be a week. Cause they gotta take the staples out.
Why don't they? Okay, but
And
why
I
don't they?
don't need any of the
All right,
staples
so-
taken. I'm
We're
saying
not
don't need any of
explaining,
those
you can read.
pages.
You're not explaining.
not-
Why are you being rude over a camera?
So, it's
Because
like-
I've asked you to stop. And if you're not in compliance, we will call judicial services.
Okay, so what law am I breaking by?
This will explain it.
Okay,
And we need you to leave.
you need us to
We
leave.
need you to stop filming, or we need you to leave.
I'll go ahead and speak to somebody else. Thanks. Wow. Unreal. Here we go with the judge's orders. The king of the building, huh? The king of the building. Doesn't want people to film here. This is one of those. Look at this. Look how big it is. About the use of cameras. You know, when they do this, you already know that cops are not protecting the Constitution. They're not standing up for what they truly took an oath to. This is a clerk's office in Alaska where people have no right, no freedom of the press, no freedom of the press. How terrible is this?
Okay, so we all know that the Constitution says it is legal to film in public. But this is an office setting, even if it is a government building. It is possible to pick up a confidential information or personal identifiable details, and that is not okay. So whether constitutional or not, what is the purpose of recording? It doesn't prove anything. People are still going to be uncomfortable. People are still going to call the cops. The argument frauditors always have is that the onus of maintaining security is on the staff. Well, that's what is happening here. The staff calls the customer to the window and then does the transaction. Just because the Constitution doesn't explicitly state that it is illegal to record a private transaction, does that mean it is? Frauditors do not have any common sense, it seems.
Terrible. Hopefully the police shows up. We're going to talk to them. Because they're going to call them. How's it going? Can I have your name and badge number, please?
What's going on?
I believe our rights have been violated here. Can you tell me your name and your badge number so I know who I'm speaking with?
Sergeant Long, 561.
What's going on at this courthouse, brother? I go to courthouses all over the country, and yes, there's no filming inside the courtroom. What's up with the order that the judge is giving here, trampling all over the First Amendment on common areas? We have the right to come here and work on stories. What's going on with all this paperwork?
Yes, you have to have a court permission. You can get the court permission to do it. You can't
Why is the courts doing that, though? Since when? We have the First Amendment. In all courtrooms all over the country, we have news people that walk in common areas. As long as they're not interfering with the operations of the courthouse, we have the right to be here. This is just tyranny all over. And the judge has no authority to make up rules.
Hey, Mr. Lawler. How you doing? Good. How are you?
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Let me shake your hand. You know who I am, right?
Who are you, brother?
Where's now Alaska?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's going on, brother? What are you
Not
doing
much.
here today?
Same thing you're doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? What's going? Maybe you're from here, so maybe, and we have thousands watching right
You
now.
had the paperwork from the other day.
Yeah.
Maybe.
As long as you don't go inside unless you have court permission, that's all we ask.
Why do we need permission? That's the whole point.
That's something you'd have to ask the court.
Well, sir, that's something I'm asking you. You're the one that's enforcing the laws, and you're the one that took an oath to protect this. The judge has no authority but to enforce laws, and that's why we have Congress and senators and people that make laws. He has no authority of controlling our constitutionally protected rights in a public building, sir. So you as a sergeant, Sergeant Long, I know that you became a police officer for the right reasons, and it was to uphold the Constitution and keep Alaska safe.
Blah, 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 blah. So it isn't the judge's responsibility to keep his courthouse and staff safe? Just because some yahoo says he is press, the judge shall blindly believe that without any sort of credentials? Here, frauditors will say we have authority from the Constitution. So does the next nefarious person. Is the judge just supposed to let him in? I guess safety is a foreign concept in the frauditor world. What do you guys think? In fact, if you were able to make the law, what would you propose to get rid of these people? Let me know in the comments.
This is not keeping it safe. We have a Fourth Amendment violation right here in the entrance. People already got to let everything go. The First Amendment, out of the window. Second Amendment, out of the window. Do you know what the Third Amendment is, sir?
14th Amendment.
14th Amendment, 8th Amendment, no high bails. They still give people $1 million bails here and then. You know what I'm saying? What is your plan with this to help us fix this
I'm not
situation?
answering any questions about this. If you want to record in there, you have to have the court's permission.
So if we go in there and record, you're gonna arrest us?
If you don't have official business, they
This
will
is-
want you.
this is- this is
trust
up-
it's not official business per the court.
Really?
If you're here, are you here to get like specific court documents or anything?
Why watching? At least tell us what the Third Amendment is. Do you know it?
I'm not answering any of those questions. I just told
That's
you.
why. It's pertaining to your job. That's the walk of
You
shame.
know what 5 elements of the First Amendment are?
Both these frauditors are way, way, way out there. This officer owned them both by refusing to answer their idiotic questions about overturning the judge's decision. So to save face, they asked some other questions about knowing the different amendments, just to try and make him look incompetent. We know this frauditor may know them because he memorized them just so he could use something to save face.
I'm not answering those questions. I told you.
So
if you
just
want
enjoy your
official
walk of
business-
shame. Enjoy your walk of shame. The only reason you came here was to trample on our rights. You're supposed to help us, brother.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Okay.
Your first name. What's your first name? Yeah, enjoy that walk of shame.
I'll be in a minute.
Incredible. So, what's going on, brother?
Anyway, that's it for this one. Both the frauditors chit-chat for a while. I guess it makes them feel better that they aren't the only idiots out there. I did cut out the part where they mention each other's names and YouTube channels because I do not want to give them any more publicity. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video watching the stupid. See you on the next one. Oh, and like, share, subscribe and click on the bell icon so you can be notified when I upload more stupidity.